Hello guys, it's me. Thanks for the support on the last video, but anyways, let's get this story started. Chapter 2. A few days later found Naruto, Sasuke, and Minato at the Namake's compound. They had stayed at the hideout of Minato's for a few days to recover any lost strength. They'd also told each other everything. Now, Minato and Sasuke were going to fix up the Namake's manor while Naruto went on a search for Neji Hyuga. If he was right and had heard correctly, the Chunin exams were in a month. He had no idea if he'd be entered or not, but it was always best to train anyway, and he wanted to learn the Juken, the modern one. Minato wanted to get to know Sasuke as well, and Naruto was okay with that, especially since Sasuke had no one and so far the blonde Hokage had proven to be very kind and caring. So, while they were going through the house, he wandered towards the store. He was getting new clothes before he went anywhere. His were horrid and he was borrowing his father's right now. He walked from the store in a new outfit. Now, he had on loose black ANBU style pants tucked into high black ninja sandals much like his old ones as Himura. Over this was robes of the same style as his old ones except that they were forest green. Under his robes was a tight, black, turtleneck, long-sleeved shirt that reached his wrists and met with black fingerless gloves. He had a weapons pouch on his right thigh and his hair was in a low ponytail, leaving just the bangs free, besides one, which was wrapped in bandages on the right side of his face. He wandered towards Training Ground 9 where he knew Neji's team trained. He arrived to see Guy and Lee having a taijutsu match, while Tenten wasn't there and Neji was sitting in a tree, dozing in the shade. Naruto smirked and slipped over to Neji's tree quietly, sitting on the branch next to him and making his eyes look like the Byakugan, though they weren't activated. He sat there a minute and Neji opened one eye. What? When he saw the Byakugan, his eyes snapped open and he looked at Naruto suspiciously. And who are you? I've never seen you before, but you have the Byakugan. Do you want out of the Hyuga clan? You didn't answer my question. Maybe. What if I told you I could get you out of the Hyuga with no effects of that seal on your forehead? Neji's eyes widened and then he scoffed. That's impossible. Really? It is? My family are gods. I can even get rid of that seal with no repercussions. I would then remove you from the Hyuga and adopt you into the Otsutsuki clan, my clan, the clan of the Sage of Six Paths, where you would then be protected by me. Neji's eyes narrowed, and how do I know this isn't some ploy or trick to gain my trust? Naruto grabbed the Hyuga's hand, which was holding a kunai, and placed the blade at his neck, right in the position to slash it. I will remove the seal. If I do anything to hurt you, just one slash will end me. How do I know you're not a clone? Naruto pressed Neji's hand and a trickle of blood ran down his neck. I bleed. All right. I don't believe you, but seeing as I have nothing to lose compared to you, proceed. Naruto nodded and reached up, removing the hitayate and the bandages and revealing the mark. He scowled at it as he saw the details engraved on it with his eyes. Disgusting to control someone this way. My descendants are too foolish. Neji's eyes widened. Descendants? Naruto pressed his finger to the seal and activated his Byakugan, examining it. After a minute, his finger pulled away and a silky strand of green light pulled away with it. Neji's eyes narrowed as he felt a burning where the seal was and he pressed the knife in a bit, but Naruto ignored it and concentrated on the mark. After a minute, he gave a rough yank and Neji cried out in pain, dropping the kunai to grab at his forehead. Naruto crushed the green light in his hand into nothingness and he suddenly found himself on the ground, pinned by Guy. What have you done to my student? He just looked up at the man with his Byakugan still activated. I removed the seal. Guy's eyes widened. What? I removed the cursed seal. It disgusted me so I destroyed it. He'll be fine. He agreed to it. Guy looked over at Neji to see him wobbling to his feet from where he'd fallen from the tree. The Hyuga was clutching his head and groaning, before he suddenly ran to the small pond that was part of the training grounds. He gasped and touched his forehead with shaking fingers. It's gone. Guy gasped and looked down at Naruto to see that he had deactivated his eyes. You got rid of it? And offered him a place in my clan, the Otsutsuki clan, that way he didn't have to stay with the Hyugas that he disliked so much. Guy got off of him and he sat up and brushed himself off, before he wiped the blood from his neck with a small cloth from his pouch. The wound was already closed because of Kurama, who he had yet to talk to. Neji turned to him and came over. How? How did you get rid of it? It's impossible. I told you. The Otsutsuki are practically gods. Me, for example. I don't just have the Byakugan, I also have the Sharingan and the Kagaya bloodline of using their bones in battle. Their eyes widened, as did Lee's, who'd just come over, and Guy spoke. You have the Sharingan too? I do. His eyes went from the Byakugan to the Sharingan and then swirled into 3 commas and then a new design. There were 3 blades all converging in the center to equal an inverted, red, pupil, and black dots swirled around, like there was a galaxy in just his eyes. He held out his hand and a bone fell into it from his arm. Neji looked at the Sharingan and then the bone sword. Did you mention something about joining your clan? Naruto smiled, now they were getting somewhere. Oh. Neji walked back towards the Hyuga compound with his Hitayate covering his clear forehead. After Naruto had told him all of his bloodline and then thoroughly trounced him in a spar, before shocking the hell out of him by telling him his name, Naruto of all people was this powerful, he'd accepted to become an Otsutsuki and Naruto had blood bonded him into his clan, announcing that he might change just a bit being able to use the Kagaya bloodline and having monster chakra reserves. He'd also told him of the 9 tails before they did the ritual, but he hadn't cared. A scroll and what were inside were 2 different things after all. He'd then told him the location of his new house, manor he said, and told him that he would meet him there later, after he got his stuff from the Hyuga compound. Now he was entering his room and closing the door quietly. He quickly got to work and he sensed someone at his door before Hinata-sama's voice came shyly. Neji and I-san, can I come in? He held back a flash of anger at the main branch and then went to the door and opened it a crack. For what? She held up a small present. It's your birthday and I brought you a present. He hesitated a moment and then opened the door and let her in. She stepped in and looked around shyly. And Neji and I-san, are you leaving? I am, but not far. I think you'll be happy to know that Naruto is not as clanless as everyone thought he was. His real name is Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki, and he's adopted me into his clan. But the curse mark? I want you free T2, but what if they kill you with the M mark? Neji hesitated another moment, but Hinata had never shown anything but kindness and Naruto had wrecked his ideas about fate. They can't, not anymore. Wi-Nni-san. He took off his Hitayate and turned to her and she gasped and reached up. It's gone. She suddenly hugged him tightly, shocking the daylights out of him. I'm so glad. He awkwardly hugged her back and she let him go all of a sudden. Oh. I am sorry. It's fine. You came by? Why yeah, here's a P present. Father S sent one too. Neji's face hardened at the mention of his uncle, but Hinata handed him the small present and he took it with a small smile. He gently pulled the wrapping paper off and folded it to the side, opening the small box. He chuckled when he found a few sticks of dango, his favorite food, on a little heart plate. Hinata blushed. Why, you don't like it? No, I love it. Thank you, Hinata-sama. She smiled now. I made them myself. I'm sure they'll be delicious. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a Hitayate that she handed him. Father's G-gift. He says that it was uncle's. Neji's eyes widened in shock and he took it gingerly. This was Dad's? That's what father says. Thank you, and you can tell him I said that. She smiled and then closed the door. Do you want help? Help? Packing? Only if you wish, Hinata-sama. Oh, of course. When they were done, Hinata left him and he grabbed the scrolls he'd stored it all in. He replaced his Hitayate with his father's and stepped from his room to see Hiashi there. He tilted his head. Aji-sama. Are you leaving? Neji's head whipped up with narrow eyes. And if I am? Hiashi sighed and came forward. I will do nothing. Listen, I promised my brother that I would protect you and I failed when the elders abused your curse mark. I failed to treat you right, so absorbed was I with my daughters. For that I am truly sorry. I can see you do not wish to be here, but be careful. They will track your mark. They can track me if they want. I'm not going far, just the Namake's compound, where I've been adopted into Naruto's clan. Hiashi's eyes widened. The Namake's compound? Naruto? The Uzumaki boy? He isn't as clanless as we were told. His real name is Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki. He has the Byakugan, much to my shock, and the Sharingan. I've seen them both. He can also control his bones, in reference to his Kagaya name, and Lord Fourth has come back to life and is there as well as the last Uchiha. Hayashi's composure was absolutely shattered. Broken wasn't the word for how shocked his face was at this moment. All that? And Minato is back as well? He is. One more thing, they cannot track my seal. It's gone. Hayashi's heart stopped. What? Naruto destroyed it. I don't know how. However, it cannot be used against me again. And may I see? If you wish. Neji removed his Hitaite to reveal his unmarked forehead and Hiashi smiled. I am glad. You don't deserve that mark and it can't hurt you again. I wish you luck, Neji. Hisashi would be proud. Neji took this in and then gave a small smile and bow. Thank you, Aji-sama. I will take it to heart. Hiashi nodded and handed him 2 scrolls. One is a letter from your father. I was selfish, wanting one last thing of his, but it's yours and he wanted you to have it when you were older. The second is a scroll on all the clan's secret techniques, beyond the ones you learned from watching me. They are both yours now. Good luck. Neji took the scrolls reverently, treating them with utmost care, and then Hiashi was gone and Neji was smiling one last time before he too was gone, headed to his new home. Oh. Naruto smiled as Neji came back. How did it go? It went quite well. Thank you. Naruto nodded and looked at Sasuke, who was sitting at the kitchen table, eating lunch. Sasuke has agreed to join the clan as well, though he kept the Uchiha surname added to his own, unlike you. Have you decided which name you will take? Either Namake's or Otsutsuki. You? I'm going around as Namake's Otsutsuki for now. I'm proud of my father's clan and the Otsutsuki is because of its political power, being the founding family of all ninja after all. Neji chuckled, that will cause a riot, especially since you're a clan head now. Just think, the supposed demon fox a clan head and nothing they can do about it. Naruto smirked, I know. I'm going to enjoy it, especially since I already told Sarutobi Jiji and he's added me to the council, with only a last name. I can't wait to see their faces. Neji smirked as well and Sasuke looked over. You two look absolutely evil. He smirked as well. Anything I can do to help? Oh, it will be great. They can no longer put you in CRA without my permission and there's no way in hell that's happening unless you wanted to. Sasuke's smirk grew and he pumped his fist. Yes. Now I don't have to worry about a horde of fangirls. Naruto chuckled, that you don't. Oh. Minato was keeping himself a secret, for now. He planned to bring hell to Konoha for his son's mistreatment. Naruto wholeheartedly agreed. This led to his situation now. He was currently painting the Hokage monument, in the middle of the day, under nothing but a henge, and no one was noticing. It was pathetic. He planned on causing hell for Sarutobi. He'd specifically asked Naruto not to tell the Sandaime that he was back in his story, and he hadn't. Now he was running around looking exactly like he had when he was in the academy and playing pranks galore. Sure, it was childish. He didn't care. It caused paperwork. He heard yelling and he finished painting Sarutobi's new mustache, before he laughed and jumped down. He saw Anbu coming and he stuck his tongue out. Nah. Try to catch me, slowpokes. Before he was gone in a yellow flash and they were cursing as they chased him. Oh. Sarutobi slammed his head into his desk as another load of paperwork landed in front of him. There was a new prankster in Konoha, one with blonde hair and long bangs, had blue eyes, and wore a white hoodie over black pants. He looked at the picture of Minato on the wall and slammed his head into the desk again. This has got to be karma. That's why no one can catch you, isn't it? You're a ghost. Damn it all, Minato. The picture just smiled at him and he got to his new paperwork. Oh. Naruto snorted as he saw his father's work on the monument from Training Ground 7. Sarutobi's face was the best. His father had been going on a prank spree lately, and it was only amusing for the silver-haired boy. Right now, they were waiting at the training ground for Kakashi. Sasuke was below him, also looking at the monument, and Sakura wasn't there yet. The Uchiha looked up at him. Your dad again? Yeah, he's getting revenge on Gigi with paperwork and they can never catch him, leaving the shinobi having to clean up the messes with deranks. Sakura arrived and immediately attached to Sasuke, not even noticing the boy in the tree as he snorted in amusement. Sasuke looked up at him with a glare and then the amusement started. Sakura started blabbering a mile a minute about stupid shit, but she mentioned having her mom put her in for his CRA privileges for when he became a chunin or turned 16. He just smirked evilly and pushed her off. Oh, what a pity. I'm not going into the CRA. My clan head won't allow it. WH what? That's impossible. You don't have a clan head. You're going into the CRA. Asterisk, Clan Restoration Act. Sasuke shook his head. I do indeed have a clan head. In fact, if you want me to go into the CRA, well, you'll just have to talk to him. He seemed pretty adamant though, and I quite agree with him. You don't have a clan. They were murdered. Naruto winced. This was going to get ugly, especially with Indra and Ashura in Sasuke's head, both who were very protective and emotional about their family, new and old. Sasuke's eyes blazed and he glared at her as his voice became deadly cold. What was that? Did you mention the most painful thing in my life? I don't think I heard right. She flinched as killing intent rolled off of him and then spoke in a shaky voice. I didn't mean to, Sasuke-kun. Don't call me Sasuke-kun. There is no suffix at the end of my name. Not for you. As for the stupid CRA, I'm not going to be in it. My clan head has already stated that. The clan that adopted me with blood. Not that you would know as you didn't bother to ask. Sakura flinched backward. What was his clan? Who was the head? She hadn't heard anything about this and her mom was on council. Wait, she had heard about an Otsutsuki clan. Had they adopted Sasuke? Who's your clan head? His name is Hamura Otsutsuki. See, can I meet him? That's up to him. See, can you ask him? Naruto dropped down, his long hair flowing in the wind and his Byakugan eyes staring right at her. I am Hamura. I came to meet my new clansman's teammates. You wish to speak with me? You're our age. His eyes narrowed. Young one, I am over 1,000 years old. The Otsutsuki are known for their godlike powers. But you look 13, maybe 14. Indeed I do. I assume there is no problem? She glared at him. Now you put Sasuke-kun in the CRA. I deserve him. No. What? I said no, and watch how you speak, girl. I have killed for such a tone. You listen here. Sasuke-kun is mine. You will put him in the CRA. I'll have my MOM make you. Foolish little girl. Your mother is like an ant to my political power. The Otsutsuki created the ninja world. I could kill you right now in the most brutal way possible, and if they looked at me funny for it, kill them as well. I will hold no regrets. Sasuke gained an evil smile. Can you kill her? If you wish. Fangirls always annoyed me. Sakura paled, and then scowled. You can't be this Otsu whatever. You're a Hyuga. You have the Byakugan. I created the Byakugan. I also have the Sharingan. Lies. His eyes narrowed and then turned black before swirling into red and black and then turning into a design and glaring at her. Repeat yourself. Her eyes widened at the Sharingan. As Sharingan? I said repeat yourself, unless you are a coward? She puffed up. You're a liar. You can't have the Sharingan. You can't have the Byakugan. And you can't be Sasuke-kun's new clan head. Naruto gave a dark smile. Wrong answer. His eyes swirled and she was dragged away into Tsukuyomi. Oh. When Kakashi arrived at the training grounds, it was to an unconscious Sakura, a dozing Sasuke, and a strange silver-haired boy that was asleep against Sasuke's back. He crept forward, intent on scaring them, when something was suddenly next to him and then it was gone and the silver-haired boy was reading an orange book. Kakashi's eye widened and he reached for his Ika paradise to find it gone. How did you do that? The silver-haired boy snickered and held up something familiar-looking, a three-pronged kunai. See, Naruto had asked his dad to show him the Hiraishin, and being a prodigy because of Hamura, he managed to copy it with a few changes. Instead of a yellow flash, it was a silver flash. It was also able to summon people with his kunai straight to him, like a reverse summoning. Kakashi gasped, where did you get that? My dad. Listen here. There's only one man with those besides me and he's the father of someone else. Naruto snickered again and tapped his whisker marks. Really? Really? Kakashi's eye widened, and Naruto? Yup. Dad gave me this. Dad? Your father is gone. Nope. He came back, but he's mad at everyone because of how I was treated, so he's keeping it secret. He's the one pranking the village. Kakashi's jaw dropped. Minato-sensei was alive? What? Wait a minute. He's the one wrecking the village? Yup. Kakashi groaned. Why, Minato-sensei? So much time to read wasted by chasing that yellow blur and it was you. Naruto snickered and flipped through the book. Dad's right. You're a pervert. Give me that. Nope. Kakashi lunged for them, but Naruto deftly dodged, reading another page and clicking his tongue. Naughty, 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 Kakashi-sensei. Give me that. If I turn you into a pervert, Minato-sensei will kill me. Naruto started laughing and threw the book back. He really would. A laughing yellow blur rushed past them with ninja hot on its tail. I would. Don't you dare, Kashi-chan. Then it was gone and Kakashi's jaw was on the ground at the familiar voice. Naruto nudged Sakura. Oi. Wake up, bitch. Kakashi picked up his book, Language. And what happened to her? Tsukuyomi. The book fell back to the ground as Kakashi's eye widened yet again. Tsukuyomi? Only Itachi has that. Where is he? Naruto waved his hand. If Itachi team was here, Sasuke would be angry. He's fine. No, it was me because of her horrid attitude, calling me a liar, trying to command me, threatening me, and poisoning me, as well as attacking Sasuke with fangirlism. Why you don't have Tsukuyomi? Naruto's blue eyes darkened and swirled to red and black as he smirked. Really? I don't? How? Otsutsuki bloodline. You're the new Otsutsuki clan head? It's you? Is it true that you have the Byakugan? Yes. The Kagaya line? Yes. Reincarnation of a god? Yes. Wait, how much did he tell you? Everything. Everything? Not about Dad obviously, or the Sharingan, or that it was me. Kakashi scratched the back of his head. Oh. By the way, don't mention Dad to him yet. He wants to do it himself. He also said to consider that an order from your fourth Hokage. Oh, okay. Good. He turned back to Sakura and kicked her again. Oi, wake up. Kakashi's here to announce the Chunin exams. How do you know that? Please, Aro-sensei, I'm close to 2 Hokages. Dad noticed some conversations around the village and Sarutobi Gigi told me after I told him my story. Well yes, here's your Chunin paperwork. I'll bring Sakura home and give her hers. Have fun with that. Her mom's a banshee worse than her. Bring some earplugs. Then Naruto and Sasuke were gone, leaving him alone with the pinkette.